basically said that a record label would own my music from all known aspects of the universe here into their other all known entities and places of the universe and far beyond. It sounds like some Star Trek stuff. I'm not making that up. I was like, yo, come on. I'm gonna just cut straight to it. You guys want to know why Drake made it? You want to know why Rihanna made it? You want to know why all of your favorite artists made it? It ain't because of their talent. It's never because of talent. And it's not because of Illuminati, selling your soul or anything like that. It has nothing to do with that. If you want to say it's about something, I'll tell you it's about something really simple. And it ain't about the beats either. It's not about who you work with. It's not about the talent you have or the hustle you have. All that stuff they sell you, all the lies they sell you, that stuff is not true. The reason why you're going to fail in music is simply because you don't have any money. Yeah, it's money. Money. And it goes a little deeper than just having money to pay for something. You see, that's not enough. That's not enough at all. And I think you guys need to know the truth. Because there's a lot of people who are going to spend a lot of time going through the heartbreak that I went through. And, if I'm going to be honest with you and help you guys out, then we might as well just go ahead and just be legit with it. You're not going to make it in music unless you have a lot of money. You can definitely get really good at making music. You can definitely get really good at rapping. You can be the greatest rapper in the world, the best dancing and singing artist in the world. If you're not able to generate money, if you're not able to actually have, let's call this beat Illuminati, just for the case, because you guys probably think that's what it is. You're not going to be able to do much, if anything, if you don't have money. Money absolutely runs the world, and money will make a whack person really, really cool. Money can make you never hear of a good person. Yes, money works both ways. See, money can help promote you, but it can also hurt you. It can keep you from being known, believe it or not. And that is something that people don't talk about either when it comes to the music industry. There's so many different ways that money is spread around in the music industry. And when you hear people talk about these big budgets, I mean, nobody blows up off of a music video. Y'all know that. Like, that doesn't work anymore. Music videos don't blow you up. Actually, you know what? I said anymore. I don't think it ever really worked. By the time you're at music video level, you've already probably been invested in by a lot of people who need their money back. It's kind of like, if you think of it like, how do these major movies get made in the first place? Oh, there's a lot of money that goes into it. And yeah, you don't need to go ahead and have certain types of producers or certain types of people just to get it out. Like if Steven Spielberg had a movie, right? And I don't like this. This sounds horrible. If Steven Spielberg had a movie and he were literally under budget for say he had $200,000 or $1 million, less than $1 million, he couldn't make it a movie. A movie wouldn't be anything. The biggest thing about making a movie is the promotion about the movie. That's pretty cool. It's the promotion about the movie, y'all. I mean, just to be straight up with it, you got to be able to promote the hell out of your movie. And you got to be able to get it out there. Now, let's talk about the music industry specifically, since I know a lot of you guys are probably asking, why the hell are you making this video? What's going on with this? Where is this coming from? My background, I was in music for a very long time as a music artist. I don't regret my time in music. I really had a great time. But I tell you, the one thing that I never had in music is I never had money to push it to the point where it was in front of people and they would accept it. And what I learned along the way is that people, no matter how talented you are, people will not mess with you. They will not give you an opportunity unless, this is most people. I'm going to say 99% of people in the music industry, they will not give you an opportunity unless they are getting some type of financial or career kickback from your success. That's a fact. That's just a straight up fact. So I don't want you guys to go through your careers and spend all this time with the expectations that something will magically happen regarding your music career or something along the side of somebody finding you in a bar. That, hold on a second, let me just talk about that. That right there is the biggest crock of crap ever. Nobody gets found in a bar randomly. And even people who supposedly get found on Facebook or, Facebook, MySpace or whatever, I mean, there's always something to it. Do you guys really think that Soulja Boy's song just caught on without any money behind it? Do you think Drake's song really just caught on, Best I Ever Had, without somebody's investment behind it? Somebody was pumping millions of dollars to get that song in. It's all about return on investment. That's all this is. It's like a big bank. It's a big bank. And sometimes you make your money back and sometimes you don't. That's just really how that all works. But, it's going to take you at least $250,000 to get your song on radio nowadays. Probably more now. That was what we got quoted back in 2012 when we were trying to break a song. We were working with people who are successful, who actually have people in the industry now who are Grammy-winning people. Yeah. $250,000. $250,000. Just to break a record. Wasn't even guaranteed that it was actually going to break. It was just to get it spun. To get a song spun on radio, super hard, man. Super hard. So, I can tell you, like in hip hop, I'll give you a story. Let's just make this a story night while I'm drinking the wine and it's wine down and I'm chilling. I'm good. I'm in a good mood now. I'm not tripping. I'm not mad. I'm in a really good mood. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys about everything that's going on with it. I was told that a certain country singer, when I was working with a certain Nashville distribution, the story about how they became famous was not true. That this is back in 2008-ish, like 8 or 9, that a certain country singer's discovery wasn't so much of the discovery, it was more of a financial investment in the sense of like somebody set up an event. That person got they knew where to go. They met a certain other person who was a distributor with a certain type of record company that's huge, especially back then. And that person got that person in the deal based upon somebody giving somebody a lot of money. I missed my one. There we go. Anyway, getting back to it. When I was trying to pursue music, there were so many times where I thought that this was the moment that my talent would be recognized and that somebody would take what I do and push me over the edge and help me get a real deal, right? Help me get something that's really going to change my life, whether that be like remixes, broken promises there. And that's the other thing too. There's a lot of hustlers in music. So what a lot of people say is that like in music, you have these slimy people, right? Like that does exist. There's slimy people out there, but they don't exist in a way that like Hollywood portrays them. It's really subtle slime bags, and it's subtle in the sense of like there's people who don't care about you, will tell you a story, will lie to you, and just to get you. Just to get you to sign a paper, to sign a contract. If you're stupid and you don't know what you're doing, you got to read. You got to read up on music law and understand your rights when it comes to music law. There's a lot of organizations out there that help you, but when it comes back to it, it comes back to money. People literally didn't want to help me out because they couldn't take advantage of me and get money from the things that I did and the productions that I did. There were situations in which I definitely gave away money. For sure. And I gave it away because in certain situations it worked out for popularity, but it's hard to keep momentum going if you're not feeding it money. That's just the truth. Yeah, I know. I'm making music while I'm mad, and I think that's the best music. And I am kind of mad. Only mad in the sense that like nobody told me, but nobody can tell me because I didn't know anybody who was in the music industry. I had to learn. So since I'm, basically still am, but was really green in the music industry, I'm telling you guys the truth. And only some of you guys are gonna get it. Some of you guys are gonna understand. You can get doors shut on you on multiple levels for different reasons, and one of the reasons why is money. The other reason why is the fact that people just don't want to see you get money. That's true too, especially if you're from a place where it's not really popular. So, for example, the baby, right? And we'll go off of this. We'll take this out. We'll go back to the baby in 1 second. Give me a second. Let's get this stuff quantized. I like that. Okay, like that. Okay, that's cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, man, going back to it, it's money. Money. So I told you the story about the $250,000. Let me cut my live chat on so you guys can see me. Make sure you guys are watching me because I want to see if you're chatting with me. I want to see what you're saying. Do I know the baby? I don't know the baby, but I was an artist in Charlotte who was coming up when the baby was Baby Jesus. And I had heard of him before through some of the people he's affiliated with, and also the fact that Charlotte's not that big of a place. But I wasn't, at that time, I wasn't familiar with his work. There was some other rappers from the area that were really popular back then. A guy named Betty Grind. Let me see who else. Some guy that was signed to Russell Simmons label back in the day, and a few other people too, right? And we've had a lot of artists come out of the area that made it over time. In the area being like Charlotte, like Jodeci made it. They're from Charlotte, but that's back in like the early '90s, and I don't really know their story, and I could probably find it out, but I don't really know their story like that. I just know that a lot of people were helping them get going. But then the other artists, Anthony Hamilton, you guys know, he's pretty popular, right? But with the baby, obviously he's kind of an outlier, and sometimes you have these outliers where an incident will help push them over, right? And social media has really changed the construct of it, where people can actually, take a conflict and use that promotion to get bigger. But it used to be that the only way you can get people to talk about you was financially pushing it out there. That's why people had these big budgets. So when you would hear about artists who were like, I like this beat though. When you would hear about artists who had these like pretty crazy advances, that money was a loan. That money goes towards their promotion, their marketing, their videos, their studio time and stuff like that. Which is why a lot of times you guys would, back in the day, if you listen to an album, maybe like 1 or 2 tracks would be like produced by a big producer, and then a lot of the other tracks would be produced by like nobodies, and it would suck. It would just be a bunch of crap. And then they would put a lot of money behind like 1 song, maybe 2 songs if your first song hit, and that's that. And if you didn't hit, then they just throw you away. Okay, they lost in their loan, fine, whatever. They just put you back on the shelf. I knew artists, plenty of artists, who just couldn't make it off the damn shelf. Period. Couldn't make it off the shelf. And you got to understand, like, you're talking about people's lives. And nowadays, people have gone this route. And I'm going to tell you something that really jacked up the money. Mixtapes jacked it up in the sense of like, mixtapes made it to where you start cheapening the product. And as a degree, what you come up with is a situation where you need to spend more money to break because there's less benefit for more people. And so eventually the structures of the whole industry started to break down with Napster and all that stuff with the internet and things like that, because the industry wasn't trying to move. They're making too much money. You guys got to think, like, nowadays artists makes pennies on like a stream, right? And most people don't buy records, they just stream a record. Back in the day, people used to sell records for like $16. $16. They have like, let's say they have a 12 or 15 track CD. That's a lot of money for the record label. For the artists, they, depending on their deal, they get what they get. But that's how that specific situation would work. Well, why do you think that those contracts were set up like that in the first place? It's because somebody recognized, hey, I can take Madonna, I can take her image, I can take all this stuff and make her and just tweak it, and I can make so much money back from this particular thing. And then all of a sudden, what do you have? You have a bunch of Madonna clones, because everybody wants to have that hit. Linkin Park. I remember when my band was trying to make it, and Linkin Park was like was already the hot band, right? Maybe not so much my band's case. My band's case kind of caught the Black Eyed Peas thing, but the situation with like Linkin Park, there were so many bands trying to be like Linkin Park because Linkin Park was making money. People were throwing money at these people, and they were signing these people, random people, up to contracts if they kind of sounded anything like Linkin Park or something like that. That's what I mean when I say money. And it's not, you can have your own money if you're fortunate enough to have your own money. I mean, you guys know plenty of rich kids that release albums and get pub, right? If you do a little bit of digging, you'll feel like, oh, okay, so and so is so and so's nephew. Oh, okay, so and so is so's niece or daughter, or something like that. They just completely change their name and they do some funky stuff, but like they're already in the industry. They're legacy kids, they're legacy children, that type of stuff like that. It's like, super common. So if you're a complete outsider, you don't have any connections to anything, you know, you're gonna be completely like in a difficult situation. How do you break then? You know? Well, the only way to break is with money. Well, I ain't got no money. Okay, cool, you ain't got no money. So then that means you need to go sign with somebody who got money. Okay, well, who do I trust that's got money, is gonna take care of me? That's the hard part. That's the hard part, you know, because this is where people mess up. They don't read contracts. People don't like to read. They just want to sign because the allure of saying you're signed, even today, is still a big deal. And then on the other side, you have situations like people just taking people's money. You guys heard the story of TLC, right? I was watching the 85 South show. Shout out to the 85 South show. They're good guys. Very funny show. And they had an interview with Dallas Austin on it. And I watched it like several times because Dallas Austin is one of the greatest modern day producers of all time. People don't really talk about him like that, but Dallas Austin is he's a big deal. And so Dallas Austin was talking about how music is cheapened today, but he was also talking about the fact that like in the industry, people really they know each other, and if you're part of the clique, then you can get in. That's just the fact. So he got in, and as soon as he got in, he got basically given a record company. He said, I didn't know what I was doing. I had a record company. I had people working for me, right? And you guys got to think like there's even today, the record companies still run everything. Oh, this is the wrong instrument. There we go. Let's try to delete this one. If you don't know who Dallas Austin is, you guys need to like look that up. He's a major guy. That. Anyway, getting back to what the story was. Why will you fail in music? Why will you not make it work? And it's not about your talent. I'll probably put, the 10,000 hour rule. I think that's what it's called, the 10,000 hour rule. I've done 10,000 hours of music production. I've done 10,000 hours of probably like every aspect of industry stuff here. Like whether it's like learning how to play an instrument, working on singing, rapping, and stuff like that. I can tell you things off the top of my head that I don't even know why I know how to do that. I just know how to do it. Okay. Music ain't made me nowhere much as near as much money as like going to school and doing technology. That's just a fact. And as much as I would love to tell you guys an amazing story. I've had my music on TV. I've been on TV, guys. I've had songs placed. There's no money in the music industry. So now you got to think of it. You're in a situation now in 2021 where the situation with streaming, although it's great, it's so good to have a bunch of songs at your fingertips. It's essentially gotten you to a point where you ain't really doing no numbers. You ain't really moving no money. Who got the money? Well, the money's going to like Spotify. It's going to these places like that. It's changing the industry. So how do you make it nowadays? Realistically, how do you make it nowadays? I can't tell you some old stuff is gonna work, because I know it ain't gonna work, because it didn't even work back in 2010. Stuff was already changed. Napster already broke that. So now what do? Well, the first thing you do now is you really got to do it yourself. From a standpoint of like, you need to like own your own stuff, from your publishing to your masters. Go ahead and own it, because there's no reason to not own it now, with the way that things are with the digital distribution that you can do yourself, right? There's no reason not to own that. Even down to being able to go to Fiverr and get somebody to make a cover. Because remember, you don't have album covers anymore. Album covers don't exist anymore. So, why spend money on that? Why spend money on that? Major artists struggle today to make it because they don't have any money. You really have to go out and do it yourself. And you're going to have to hope. You're going to have to hope and pray that you have the magic luck to make it and get on some type of hit song that catches fire virally. That's really the realistic way of doing it. Unless you want to give away your money. And sometimes in the future, in the past, I've definitely thought about that. Like, okay, well, in order for me to get here, I got to give this person 50%. I got to give him 50%. If I give him 50%, I might have a chance of breaking. And that's hard, man. That's hard when you spend 10,000 hours on something. Give somebody who hasn't done anything for you, all they have is a talk of potential money, which they may or may not spend. And they may, you may be in a situation where you've done the best thing you've ever done in your life. As an artist, we understand that. And you kind of say, well, if I give it to them and it blows, we all win. 50% of something is something. 100% of nothing is nothing, right? Okay. Or it can do like most songs that have money behind them anyway and just flop. And guess what? It can flop and nobody know about it. Or the worst case scenario, it can flop, people know about it, but because they can't get paid from it, they won't touch it. That's the sucky situation. When they know about you and they want what you got, but they won't touch it because they can't make no money from you. That's what it comes back to. Yeah, that's it. That's what it comes back to. There's no favors in music. That doesn't exist. Maybe on a super local level, but not at that level for sure. This beat's pretty cool. Let's put like one more thing in here. Actually, no, let's just go to the next beat. We'll save this and we'll go ahead and make another one real quick. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my template from my lo-fi stuff because I am still working on my lo-fi. Hey, definitely hit me up in the chats, guys. Let me know if you're watching. Let me know if you're talking. You want some questions answered and stuff like that. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is definitely the home place of the baby. Shout out to the baby. I think he's a great artist. I'm so happy for him. I'm happy he got out. I just hope that he doesn't really try to come back, because I fear that people are really going to try to tear him down, because it's a crab in a bucket mentality in this city. We don't have many people who make it out. We have a lot of people who want to tear you down. And maybe that's why he's had some of the issues he's had in the past, but it's definitely true. So let's see. Why is it so low? Bring this up a little bit. What's the soundbite that Kevin Samuels uses? He's like, "I'll make you famous." Yeah, that's true for like that's definitely true for people who have money in music. Let's see. Ooh, you know what? Let's talk about international artists, because that's interesting, right? The question came up about royalties, right? Well, there are. Let me see. I remember I got a contract one time. It said that it basically said that a record label would own my music from all known aspects of the universe here into their other all known entities and places of the universe and far beyond. It sounds like some Star Trek stuff. I'm not making that up. I was like, yo, come on. The universe, cuz. The universe in perpetuity, forever. You'll never get out of this contract. You know, that's funny. Well, I mean, there are laws in certain states that help regulate that. Like California has laws, but in like North Carolina, I don't really know. I don't think there's like a federal law for that. So as far as like on a local level, man, I'm pretty sure you can probably put any kind of crap in there and get away with it on a local level. But you know, yeah, man, that was like a crazy detail up in that joint, man. I was going through some old papers that I had like in this old folder that I had since, you know, I started doing music back in 2000. And yeah, I had a contract that was like from here into all known aspects of the universe, as if like music was going to be broadcasted to Mars and freaking, I don't know, deep space and freaking wherever the Guardians of the Galaxy go, stuff like that, man. Like that's a contract that I literally had. You know, I don't know, maybe I should have signed it. Yo, what instruments are these? Because these are really dope. What is this? Okay, so what is this? Oh, okay, I like that one. That's a cool instrument. What is this one? Oh, wait, that's the wrong instrument. Okay, I'm confused. What the hell was this? Okay, let's just solo these out. Ah, it feels good. That's the kick. Ooh, that's a deep kick. Goodness gracious. Okay, what is this one? Ooh, I like that. Cool. Yeah, man. For those of you, oh man, my camera died. Damn it. Let's turn this other camera on then. It's working. Cool. All right, sweet. So, it's 10:02. We'll wrap this up real quick. Cut this camera off so it doesn't. Okay. Go back to it. Boom. Now you're back. I think it just dies because it's been on for now. But yeah, man, it comes back to money. My personal stories. I've had people who've had one degree of separation from getting me signed, literally like not touch me, because they thought that I was under certain types of contractual limitations. Not even touch my group, my band, because the situation that we were in regarding like contractual limitations. They didn't want to spend the money to get us out of a specific type of a deal. I've had situations in which promotions have come across, many promotions have come across, and you know, we've been quoted from $250,000 to $500,000 to get a record played, and that is a common thing. I mean, that's why certain people like have the longest running songs ever, because they just got promotion. Not because it's a good song, it's just because of the promotion. It's the promotion of it. And you know, at the end of the day, I think you kind of gotta understand the game when it comes to the music industry. And I know I'm saying all this stuff right now, and like I'm only probably got like 5 people who are actually watching this. And out of the 5 people, maybe like 1 person, maybe they're actually in the music industry or trying to be in the music industry. But like I'm straight up telling you guys, if I ain't said nothing new to you, if I ain't said nothing more truer than this, okay? If you don't have money behind you, and if you don't provide people the money to make money off of you, the means to make money off of you, You're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. It's just what it is. You're not gonna make it. Damn, I sound so sad about that. But please understand, I'm not salty about this situation. I'm just about my life, about my situation. I'm very happy with the experiences that I had. I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot about myself, and that made me a better person going through the journey of artist development and working with people and stuff like that. And shout outs to everybody who helped me out in my career for sure. But yeah, I mean, you just kind of learn, man. Like at the end of the day, it's the money. It's the money that makes it work for that particular industry. And what the stories you hear about certain people blowing up certain ways, it's just wise tales, man. It's just marketing to get you to believe that somebody is special. At the end of the day, nobody more special than anybody else. They all use help, and they all have like people recording for them, voices being altered in posts and stuff like that. And it just comes back to the money, because once you become a big enough product, then you can't fail. It's like Lehman Brothers. It's like you're too big to fail, because there's millions of dollars riding on you, and there's people's jobs riding on you. So you gotta work out. You gotta work out until there's a plan B. And once the plan B comes in, well, then you become expendable. And once you become expendable, you become a has-been, and then you end up on VH1, which used to be a pop channel. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I hope this was something valuable for you. I'm just gonna keep it real for you from here on out. It really don't make no sense to me just making beats and being quiet. I'm gonna just tell you guys the truth about the music industry and how this stuff really works. So that's how it works. You gotta have money. Money by the pound.